Hello, lovely Sagittarians. Thanks for joining me. This is your reading for this new moon solar eclipse in Gemini. And excuse the video quality, but I don't usually do these in the evening, but it just seemed like a really good time to do them. So let's get stuck in. I've laid out the cards in at this time in a full Celtic cross. I've laid them out to save a bit of time in the jumping, and then we'll go through and clarify. So the central point for you, Sagittarius, is you're coming out with the Six of Cups, this beautiful, it's a card of remembering, it's a card of memory. And memory of childhood, often, that representation in the Thoth deck. It's they're very beautiful, very ornate cups. But that representation of the two children offering cups with flowers in them. There's no agendas here. It's an offering without. Oh God, there's just a word that flew in and flew out. Without, for want of a better word. Oh God, chaos. Without agenda. Actually, without any expectation. In fact, you come out with that Six of Cups. And of course, some would say, people returning from the past, people that you've had strong connections with from the past. We see these golden threads in the sea, in the waves, that by which we are all connected across beyond time and space. Anyway, this beautiful Six crossed by the Five of Cups. We've known this, we understand it, we know what Two Cups is, we know whether, what Three, it's sort of like, it's sort of like a card. In the Thoth deck, it is called Disappointment. With every gain, there's a loss. And with every loss, there's a gain. You know what I mean? That's the kind of feeling that I get from that, though it's not a sad feeling, if you know what I mean, Sagittarius. The basis here with these two is this gorgeous Knight of Discs. Slow moving, yes. Reliable, yes. Stable, yes. If this is someone in your life, it may well be. It could be aspects of yourself, Sagittarius. This gorgeous Knight whose main talent actually is management. Now, I do get is managing. I do get that it is a quality that you are sort of quite adept at yourself. Certainly, if not in a practical way, in an emotional sense. I do feel that in this reading. What's behind you, and we will clarify, as I said, after we've gone through Saggies. What's behind you is this gorgeous couple. The beautiful Ace. Could it not be any better? Gorgeous. Gorgeous. And what I do focus on for some reason in this Ace at this time is the gorgeous web. Again, webs. Behind it we see almost literally like a webby landing pad for all this emotional bounty, this gift of feeling. With it, we have the Two of Wands, a card called Dominion in the Thoth deck. Look, we feel our own sense of, for want of a better word, control, authority. Our domain is our domain, and we are really the king and queen of it. It's a pretty lofty position, is what I feel here. This is a person in a very lofty position, you know, in terms of how they work with emotional, in terms of how they work with relationships and with people, is very, it's almost as if their domain, Saggies, your domain where you have authority, actually sort of impacts and goes beyond an invisible boundary and seems to impact others as well, that you have quite an incredible span in that sense, in terms of the way that your heart can kind of venture into other people's territory, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Then, so this is pretty nice. It's it feels pretty grounded, very solid. Thus far, your current position, you have the Three of Cups and the Seven of Cups. It's very cuppy reading thus far. So of course the Three of Cups, you know, celebration, enjoying, having options, in fact, having a lot of potentials, whereas maybe you haven't for a while. Maybe you haven't felt that you were in this position where you had a lot of options, and in fact you're assessing those, and it's not a heavy thing. It's actually quite enjoyable. So there's a lot of joie de vivre in here. There's quite a lot of lightness, even though it feels that you know, certainly, I mean, everyone knows disappointment and love or that kind of thing, but what I'm seeing here is that it's not really a current thing. It's like you dealt with it a long time ago. And this is, you know, there's something really kind of new and wonderful about this. As we head forward, dear Saggies, we have the Fool, unencumbered. This is a new journey for you. I mean, I do see lots of options, lots of opportunity, and in fact you're seeing it too. I mean, you're seeing it. I see it in this reading, but you're seeing it. It's really, really good. So we'll come down here and we'll come down here and we see in the position of what you're offering really to yourself in this situation, whatever it is for you. Remember, these are really general readings. We have this, I mean, quite delightful Prince of Swords. And he's moving along at he's moving along at a sort of pace, you know. But we've not seen the end of it yet. And I think because of these many options where we see here, and there's a figuring out of what's truly desired with the Seven of Cups. But to have the Three with it, there's a real lightness about that. It's not over yet. The Prince, we see these little these little figures that are actually pulling him along. These are potentials. I mean, these are thought forms. And a decision, like if there is a decision, which I think there is, because it's that it feels like that, seeing what's here. You've been pulled along, and that's the sort of position you want to be in right now, because there's a purpose for that. These are potentials. We're just waiting to see which one, suddenly takes on a new form and really takes us to where we think we want or need to go, or feel that we want to, actually, after this period of looking at many, many options. I get a really big expanse here. Like, it's not only a big expanse in terms of your personal domain and kingdom, and how you go beyond that in your ability to formulate this gorgeous gift of a cup that's, comes down from the divine. You translate it in whatever way you want to within your life, and that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing that, dear Saggies. So it's pretty amazing. The environment is offering you the Six of Swords. It's offering you a journey, in a literal sense possibly, or it's offering you, for someone out there, or it is offering you a very calmer position, a calmer place to be, more conducive for your needs and your wants. The environment's showing you this, and it's showing you all the possibilities for this, because you've understood this, and I do believe you've understood this from the past. But you know what? It didn't dampen this. You can still feel this. And as I say, it's like children offering with nothing attached to that is just what I get. There's no trade-off. There's no ulterior motives. That's just what I get, Saggies. Anyway, so moving to a calmer port is, can you see that around you at the moment? Can you see the signs and signals of that happening in your life? Your hopes and fears, well, we have the discerning and very clear, precise Queen of Swords, one sword only. Possibly can be sometimes on the lower end of the scale, a little bit harsh, a little bit clear cut, maybe a little bit, but on the higher polarity, we're looking at someone who's very fair and clean, is what I get. Fair and clean. Hopes and fears position. And we will clarify potential outcome. Dear friends, Saggies, we have the universe. We have, a new beginning. Whatever's going on for you, and it's different for everyone, I guess, out there, because this is very general reading. But this whole process here, it's like something's just opened up for you. And it's been a while. There's been time that's gone on. So this is wonderful development, because it's propelling you into this new zone. Oops, this keeps happening. Naughty. It's not the naughty microphone. It's probably naughty me not sorting it out. Sorry about that. So let's let's just clarify a few things here for you, Sagittarius. So the basis of this reading here, you know, this connection, there is a connection here with someone that and it could be someone very much like this Knight, or in fact, as I said probably before, that Knight could be aspects of yourself. Can we look at, so the basis of this whole reading is this, can we look at the Knight of Discs for Saggies, please? Whoops. Just one card. Knight of Discs for Sagittarians at the basis of this gorgeous reading. There's so much love. Wow, there's so much love flying around. Yeah, look. There has been... and I do get that this is it's either aspects, obviously, either aspects of yourself or someone in your life right now. We get the Knight of Discs again, the great manager. The Prince really does some of that chipping away and hard yakka to really get things appearing. And this is where the Knight comes in with a little bit more speed. But it is still governed by this sort of, you know, Saturn time. We get the Knight again. We get the card of mind, an 8, the 8 of Swords. So, you know, it's either someone's allowed you to, or in some roundabout kind of way has allowed you to see limitations, to see some of the limitations that you may well have placed upon yourself that weren't necessarily, that weren't really actually limitations after all. I kind of do get that quite strongly, that someone has allowed you to see that, or in fact you've worked away on that yourself, in this whole journey, of which it is a journey, because it's just a whole new journey, Sagittarius. Let's have a look. What are we looking at here? Okay, let's have a look at, right, so what are we looking at? We're looking at a healing journey as much as any other journey. We're looking at the star here. Just a gradual amalgamation of fluid here, almost rebalancing. We are rebalancing and healing. The star is really stripped back, naked. There's nothing, oh, you know, there's, and I really feel that there's nothing that you've got to hide. There's nothing, you've been really, I mean, I just don't want to use the word authentic, but you are being authentically you in this entire process, whatever this process is. So that's a beautiful thing. Let's just have a look. And it's a healing card, the star. And it can indicate that, you know, certain things that you really, really, really wished for in your life are coming into fruition of sorts, Saggies. Let's have a look at the 7 is what I was thinking. Oh, yes. We get the independent lady or man. Gender's not important. 9 of Discs. Self-made. We are here standing, surrounded in bounty, like when we fully see it, even if our bounty is a pot plant and a cat, we're loving it. Whatever it is, however large, however vast, it is ours. This is such a wonderful independent card. It doesn't mean there aren't other people in your life. It's just, this is a wonderful realization that when you look around, you see this bounty that you have created for yourself, Saggies. So it's pretty amazing. Let's look what the environment's offering you because of your actions, of course. We create this. Is offering you a far more conducive environment, or a journey that will take you to a far more conducive and calm environment. Let's just get one more card. I've got one popped out. Six of Swords, please. Six of Swords for Sag. On this, what is a whole amazing collection. Oh, too many of cards. All right, so we had one card. I just wanted to get some more, but excuse me, Sag. Yeah. You've had to dig deep here to get to this place, right? So this is just what I'm getting, digging deep to get to this point where you are going into calmer water, a really sunny place. You've you have had to not fight, I wouldn't say that, but you've had to really think about this. I say this because initially we get the Hermit coming out, shining that light inside, keeping some things to yourself. Of course, the Hermit. If he doesn't or she doesn't go off up the mountain, then we're going off up our own mountain whilst surrounded by whatever we have to be surrounded by. We go into, don't we? We enter into that place within ourselves. It doesn't have to be a journey up to a mountain to shine the light in, to really be quite clear about what is best for us. I think this is part of your journey to a calmer spot here, dear Saggies. You've had the eyesight. You've had the sight. Yes, you have. Seven of Wands, you've stood up for your integrity here. Your beliefs, what's good for you, what's right for you. It's all about this. But it's sort of like nothing could really touch you anyway, is what I get from this. And then we have the King of Wands. Very willful character. Look, really strong. This is really strong. This is what's got you to where you are because of your strength. Now, there's no meanness involved here. This is about healthy boundaries, healthy self-esteem, and doing things in a way that fulfills your ideas of integrity that you need to honour within yourself. So it's really quite amazing, Saggies. We've got the Queen of Swords, hopes and fears. This Queen, very precision-like, and possibly we understand actually that whatever the situation scenario is, and it's you know, it may well resonate for one person out there, I don't know. This hope and fear scenario position where we have the Queen of Swords, you know, we get Temperance. This timing card, it's an alchemical card as well. Now, I do believe that's Gabrielle, the angel, is it not? I might be wrong. Timing. There's a time. There's a timing involved in this, and you've got to trust that. Because I do get this thing that there's a time, not limitation at all, but there's the right time to, I guess, to come in as the queen, is what I'm getting for you, Saggies. There's a right time to come in as the queen. We don't want to go too heavy-handed on the lower polarities of her, though. That's all. But yeah, there's a timing element involved, obviously. Can we look at the universe, the world, and yes, it is a new cycle. This this whole situation is a new cycle. Oh look, there's just too many there. We're looking at the world. We're looking at the world. The world. Wow. It's in tandem. I mean, there's other people involved in this, but it's kind of like not overly. You know what I mean? It's like looking at a table of cards, like really what's going on or what has been going on in someone's head is what it looks like to me. I don't mean that in that it's not in the material world. I mean it's been a test of your personal integrity, keeping your cool, being decisive at the right times. You know, standing up for yourself at the right time, all of that stuff. And yes, a new beginning. We're looking at the world. We get the Fool again, unencumbered, clean slates, the 0 point. We start again, the spark ignites, and we begin a new journey without burdens, we're unencumbered, we're free. Look, we're going. We can hear the howling of the dogs, of the wolves. We see the jackals at the gate, dear friends. You know, all these elements within the moon, the idea of timing, of tides, pull, gravitationals, things that are unseen and things that can be revealed. All of these things, there's just such a hopeful new feeling about this reading. It's really, really gorgeous. So let's we'll get a journey map card. One from Brian Froude's Fairy Oracle and another little one. Just one card for lovely Sagittarius, please, just to sum this reading up. Oh, that's a few too many. How many did we get? Heaps. Oh, wow. But that's really pertinent. Okay. And we'll get a Pixie and Fairy at the same time. Just let's see. Just one card, please. Thank you. Pixies and fairies. For beautiful Sagittarius here in this whole new journey, of which, oh my God, look, you just, honestly, Sagittarius, you can't make it up how these things come out. All right, so journey map wise, overview of this entire reading, and it is, we get action, we get this beautiful, this is very, I mean, I always think of this as very Sagittarian and very wand-like. Of course, she's got her wand. It's action, it's solar force, it's getting things done, it's one of your gifts, and almost getting it done before it needs doing, obviously, before anyone's actually even thought of it. I mean, you're so damn efficient and on it, lovely Saggies, you really are. So we have action, solar force, we're just, that's what I mean, like this just, it's this, not only in the physical world, but in this world of emotion where you penetrate. I mean, you literally go beyond your boundary of sorts in the Two of Wands, and people can, it's kind of like you're able to go beyond that and impact with your heart juice. This is what I'm getting. So action, an amazing fiery card. We then have adaptation, which is about, it's about, being open to absorbing new information, of allowing your perspectives to alter, of allowing your viewpoint to be fluid. There's a foundation that's really laid within this card of adaptation, not adaption, adaptation. There's a foundation that has been laid, and it is about love. It's about a kind of universal love. It's really gorgeous. And with that, Saggies, the maiden, a rather belligerent looking prepubescent, and it is a card of this time of a quiet excitement, because we know that the seesaw has tipped and it's going that way. I mean that in the nicest possible sense. I just see that playground. It's that time before great changes occur. We know they're occurring anyway, but we don't necessarily, it's happening. It's like, it's the cogs and the wheels and the everythings. It's just nature, and it's happening, and there's a quiet time, there's a quiet contemplation, there's a quiet excitement. It is a period, a wonderful kind of period before. Here again, we see timing involved before these changes take place in the physical world, whether it's in your body or in your world. It's changing. It's fantastic. We have the journeyman come out. Now, the journeyman, man or woman, is the Fool. It's the Fool again. We start again with a clean slate. This is beautiful because it's the cyclical nature of life. Is what I always go on about. But it's a beautiful journey whereby, it's been a well, it's been well. You've really been very controlled, and you've really been very careful in your, it's brilliant, in your, what's the word, development or planning of this. And it's brought you all these options. It's just fantastic. It's really amazing, Saggies. Let's just get one little word card. I've joined the Harlequin and the stars all together. Let's have a look. Just one card, please, for lovely Sagittarius. Just to sum this reading up to new beginnings, new journeyings. Just one card, if you can jump. Really, two. That's good. Okay. I'm going to have to pop these on. Great. We have clear communication. Lovely Saggies. Clear communication, pretty basic. And express your truth, create. Express your truth and create. And I think that's what you've done all through this reading, not only to yourself, but to any other people involved here. And I think that's a wonderful thing. I think it's a beautiful thing. Thank you, Sagittarius. Do check out your, if you know, your ascendant, your moon, Venus, and Jupiter as well. It's always worthwhile. Take good care and have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful week at this solar eclipse, new moon eclipse, in your opposite down there, Gemini sign. So take care. Thanks for that. Bye, Saggies.